good, everybody, man? Welcome back to Waddle Marcus. You already know what time it is, man. It's been entirely too long since I kicked it with you, man. The only way you can say that with your boy is because you're new, man. If you're new, take a few seconds out, smack the subscriber button and hit the bell, man. You got to hit the bell. You can't just hit it, you got to hit the bell. And when you hit the bell, make sure you select all so you can keep up with all my latest videos. And let me get official welcome to the family. Now, it's a pleasure to have you. What I got for y'all today is some more subscriber request content. Thank God for my amazing family. Always keeping us entertained. I appreciate you guys and girls. This right here is top 10 creepy unsolved mysteries, okay? Yeah, it's a lot of creepy shit going on out there. We're about to get to the bottom of this shit. I'm going to solve some of this shit with the help of my family. Right? Probably not. Let's get into it, though.
Hello and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet.
Hey.
I am your host, Miss Rebecca J. Felgate, and today we're talking about the creepy unsolved mysteries out there.
This shit sounds good.
Before we get into this video, I want to know what the creepiest thing that's ever happened to you IRL. Recently, I've been losing a lot of my...
Yeah. It's in real life. See, I ain't that off the face of what's going on right now. I just made that up. I couldn't think of the word. Who said that? Okay.
Debit cards, even though I'm being super careful with them. One even turned up months later in the debit card slot of my purse, which clearly was the first place I looked. I honestly think the sprites are messing with me. Stop it, sprites. Stop it. If you're watching this video, please do leave us a thumbs up if you like our content. Share with a friend. You know I love it. Stick around to the end because I'm going to be replying to some of your comments. Also, check out the links in our description box for our most amazing Instagrams. Coming into...
She sounds really cool. Y'all should do all that stuff she just said. Let's check it out.
Number 10, we have Where is Cynthia? This is a very bizarre missing persons case that was also featured on US TV show Unsolved Mysteries. Cynthia Anderson was a legal secretary from Ohio in 1980. The 20-year-old loved crime and romance novels, but began having a reoccurring dream that an intruder entered her home. She told her mother about it, but she didn't think too much of it until she started receiving weird phone calls at work. Her employers even went as far as to have an emergency buzzer installed on her desk. On the morning of August 4th, 1981, she wasn't at work, but her car was in the car park.
What?
On her desk was a novel that she was reading, but the page was open on a passage that detailed an abduction. A month later, the local police started getting weird...
Man, come on, man. Are you serious?
calls saying that Cynthia was being held in a basement, but wouldn't give any further detail. To this day, she's never been found, and that case is cold.
Man, she in a basement some damn well. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Somebody, let that damn girl go, man. You watching this shit? You creepy mother. Let that girl go, man. Tell him, family. Let that damn girl go. What's wrong with you? How old would she be now?
Coming into number 9, we have Who Shot Tupac. But like, who? Tupac Shakur was one of the most famous rappers in the
I think we already got this one narrowed down.
world when he was killed in Las Vegas in September 1996, nearly 23 years ago to the day. He was just 25 years old when he was gunned down in Vegas, having seen Mike Tyson and Frank Bruno fight, which must have been epic. As Tupac and his entourage stopped at a red light in the Flamingo Road and Koval Lane area, he was shot 4 times. He died 6 days later and was not in a state to identify his killer. Earlier that night, it was reported that the rapper had beef with the street gang, the Crips. They could have had something to do with it, we'll just never know. A witness came forward, but then they were murdered in New Jersey, thousands of miles.
What the Nah, I didn't know that part now. I might have missed a few parts of it. Yeah, okay.
Hours away before they could even submit to further police questioning and identify a suspect. Of course, there are people out there that still believe Tupac is alive and living under a new identity. Perhaps we'll never know.
Maybe.
Coming into number 8, we have
Still a possibility.
the children of Hamelin. So you guys may have heard of the Pied Piper, a little fairy tale with a pretty key moral at the end of it. Pay your bills, if not a bohemian musician will steal your kids.
Oh,
right?
shit.
Well, it turns out that there is more
I did not know that's what would happen if you didn't pay your bills. Kids, I'm sorry. I'd never put y'all in jeopardy. Damn.
than just a lesson to this story. There is actually an 800-year-old unsolved mystery. You see, the Pied Piper of Hamelin was actually a real man, a piper dressed in exuberant clothing who turned up in Lower Saxony in the village of Saxon itself in 1284. According to church records, he did steal 130 children from the town who were never seen or heard from
How did he
again.
do
They were
that?
simply spirited away. But were they? Coming into number 7, we have Stonehenge. We're taking it back to my home country of England, but what is going on?
I knew it was
What's
in
going
you.
on with Stonehenge?
Hey.
I don't know. Stonehenge Stonehenge sits pretty in the Salisbury Plains in England and was laid out around 4,000 years ago at a time where transporting and lifting 50-ton sarsen sandstone and bluestone rocks was legitimately beyond human capability.
Yeah.
Aside from the mystery of how it was built, we also don't know what it was used for. The main theory is that it was for some kind of religious worship, although there were far more cosmic suggestions. The structure is aligned with various celestial objects and has been the focus of pagan celebration, especially around the summer solstice.
Didn't know that shit. Man, we learning shit. We onto some shit now.
Archaeological digs have also suggested that a breed of giant cows were used either to assist in the construction or, we're just chilling there, present, mooing. Cows are just so great. Does anyone ever just stop and think about cows? I love cows, even ancient giant cows.
I love a cheeseburger. I'm just saying. I do. That ain't everybody, but yeah, it's the same kind of love, right?
Cows! Moo. Recently discovered underneath the stone structure were 17 further mysterious ancient monuments, which just adds more mystery to the pile of mystery. It's a mystery sundae with a side of mystery and a mystery cherry on top. Coming in at number 6, we have the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer is one of the most elusive serial killers in modern American history.
That's crazy.
The mystery male murdered at least 5 people, but claims to be behind the deaths of up to 37 people. Despite no arrests, the California Department of Justice has maintained an open case file on the Zodiac murders since 1969. The Zodiac Killer murdered 3 women and 1 man, with 2 other male victims surviving. The killer claimed to have killed many people in the infamous ciphers, which were sent to the police. The Zodiac Killer was given their name as a result of the cryptograms sent to the police, which were a mystery unto themselves. One of those has definitely been solved, but the others not so much. The last known Zodiac murder was in the 1970s, so in theory the killer could be dead, or they could be living out their days among us, which is terrifying. So yeah, despite descriptions of the male killer at the time and many sketches of him, the case is unsolved and the murderer is, or was, at large. This is so mysterious. At number 5, we have the Texarkana Moonlight Murders. It's the Phantom Slayer. Honestly, we don't know. The Texarkana Moonlight Murders were a series of very grisly killings that took place in Texas in the spring of 1946. 8
Shout out to my Texas family. Y'all knew about that shit? Man.
people were attacked over 10 weeks, with 5 of the victims succumbing to their injuries. A pair of survivors claimed that the killer was wearing a white pillowcase with eye holes cut out over his head. What a ghoul.
I'm pretty sure it didn't look like that, y'all. That's the wrong kind of hood. I'm just saying.
All of the attacks happened to couples and took place on weekends. The murders sent the town of Texarkana into absolute panic, as I'm sure you can imagine. City inhabitants locked themselves indoors with guns, and it was kind of like scenes from The Purge out there. The Texas Rangers were even called in, and people started arming up and taking to the streets to try and catch the killer. But the assailant never struck again.
Yeah, y'all scared
the Texas Rangers.
Listen, if they wasn't scared out of them, probably could have caught them. Everybody strapped up like that motherfucker went to hide.
The captain saw that the criminal killer was, and I quote, a shrewd criminal who left no stone unturned to conceal his identity and activities. He was never caught. Coming into number 4, we have the dark deaths of Overtoun Bridge. I've never heard of a dog taking their own life until now, but it seems that there's a bridge in Dumbarton in beautiful, beautiful Scotland, which is A, haunted, and B, has claimed the lives of many dogs.
What?
This makes me feel really sad.
That's some sad shit, man. Shout out to Sarge, man. May he rest in peace. We love you, Sarge.
It seems that since the 1960s, nearly 100 dogs have leapt to their death from the bridge, falling 50 feet into jagged rock below. Why the dogs have jumped? We just don't know. Reportedly, they freak out and they leap. The Scottish Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals has sent teams to investigate, but nobody has yet solved the mystery. While the dog deaths are the main issue, it seems that a man inexplicably threw his baby from the bridge in 1990.
What the hell is going on that bridge?
Before, now dogs are firmly required to be on leashes. Coming into number 3, we have
Wow.
the Phoenix Lights. What was going on in the skies of Arizona, Nevada, and Sonora in 1990?
Hey, man, that shit just happened a couple days ago, man. Them lights just started showing up. Who said that? That's what they said.
27,000 of people saw what they thought were UFOs in the sky between 7:30 and 10 p.m. at night. Thousands of people reported triangular formations of lights passing over the southern states and in North Mexico. A sizable number of people also reported actually seeing a UFO. One witness, who didn't want to be named, which I kind of understand, said, "It was totally silent. I've never seen anything close to the colors from the exhaust that propelled that thing. It was as big as..."
Hey, I almost didn't see that thing behind her, like, with her being in his eyeball. That's crazy. Yep.
Downtown Prescott and completely blocked out the stars. Now, the shared phenomenon actually had a lot of credible witnesses, including the Arizona Governor Fife Symington. While the original event happened 22 years ago, possible reoccurrences have happened in 2007 and 2008. Coming into number 2, we
It just happened.
have the case of D.B. Cooper. On November the 24th, 1971, the eve of Thanksgiving, a man using the name Dan Cooper successfully hijacked a Boeing 727 plane in the airspace between Portland and Seattle. The man boarded the plane as a passenger and ordered a bourbon and soda. After takeoff, he handed a note to a flight attendant, but she didn't read it, assuming it was his phone number. Creepy. He then leant over to her and said, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." Not what you want to hear. Long story short, he demanded and successfully extorted $200,000 in ransom.
That's
over
all?
$1 million in today's
What the fuck? $200,000, bro. Like you, but they get your hands on you, man. They go, man, go big or go home, big fella.
currency. He
Don't do
then
crime.
parachuted out of the plane, jettisoned, gone. Nobody knew whether he landed alive or where he was at all. There was an extensive manhunt from the FBI, but the man's real identity has never been solved. Numerous theories were circulated. The serial number on the cash he stole were also released and searched for, but again, no trace was found.
Wow.
As of 2016, the investigation has been suspended and remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries.
Hey, where that bag of money at, bruh? Did he have this parachute work? I'm just saying, I'm assuming what happened to this guy is he took that money to a small country and turned himself to a very rich man in that place, you know, just lived out the rest of his days. Normal guy within his means. I don't know, okay? $200,000 go a long way is what I'm saying, in the right place. Say no to crime, kids. What are you saying? What the fuck?
You guys remember Candle Cove?
Nah, I
That
don't
show
know that
gave
shit.
me the worst nightmares.
Fuck
Finally, coming into number 1, a mystery of our age, we have the disappearance of flight MH370. Malaysian Airlines 370 disappeared on March the 8th, 2014, flying from Kuala Lumpur Airport to Beijing in China. The aircraft last made contact with air traffic control when it was over the South China Sea, less than an hour after takeoff, before then completely disappearing from their radar.
Hey, look, man. Don't get mad at me for not knowing, but do we know what happened to that plane since then? Because it's just like 2020 now. Like, I don't know when the fuck this is, but like, we don't know. That was like 6 years ago. We don't know. We probably know, right? We know, right? Somebody know? All right. Thank you for telling me. You all right. I don't care what your cousin say about you. Let go.
The last words from Captain Shah were, "Good night, Malaysian 370. The plane was still tracked on military radar, which suggested that actually it deviated to cross the Malay Peninsula until finally disappearing from radar altogether over the Andaman Sea. Oddly, no phone calls of distress or signals were sent out or anything like that. No word. Silence. The black box could have shed light on what happened, but it was never found.
Wow.
Neither was the plane or its wreckage,
What the
despite
hell?
millions of dollars being spent on finding it. So what happened? Alien abduction? ISIS abduction? It simply disappeared into a parallel universe? We just don't know.
Somebody might have had the button on the plane, pressed the button, and sent them to the black hole. Here's to y'all, man. I know y'all live on. Let's go.
Do you guys have any answers to these mysteries? And again, don't forget to let me know what the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you is. Before I go, I'm going to read some comments from the top 10 scary occurrences that happened at the real...
Damn, family. There's some crazy stuff going on out in the world, man. Wow. Round of applause for her, though, man. She's wonderful. A great host, right? Co-host. I'm co-hosting with her. She's co-hosting with me right now. And we didn't even know that was going to happen. But that was great, man. Top 10 creepy unsolved mysteries, okay? Do we know where that plane is at? Do we? We do, right? We at least got something some wreckage or something. Like, this has got to be old. I don't know. I just can't believe with today's technology, we don't know what the hell that plane is. That's crazy. But anyway, wow. What a great video, man. I enjoyed this one. I hope y'all did too. If you did, family, you already know what to do, man. Let your boy know you enjoyed it by thumbing it up and leave me something in the bottom and sharing it with your cousin, okay? Because he always talking about you don't like dope videos, and then he need to see, man. See, that's why Marcus put your joint up, because it's dope, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now, take that. Boom! In your face, just like that. But yeah, man, this was dope. I really did enjoy it. Round of applause for them. All of their links are in the bottom, okay? All of their links, well, her link's in the bottom. Well, it's her page, whose ever page is in the bottom, because I want to give credit to them, full credit to them. They did do wonderful with the editing and everything of this video, and the presentation was very nice. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for leaving me links like this. If you do like it, make sure you leave me more. If you're new by chance, go ahead, smack that sub button, hit the bell, man. Check out some of the other videos we got on the channel. We got some dope stuff here, man. Hate to pat ourselves on our back and toot our own horn, but man, bing, bing. Yeah, we got some good stuff here. Nah, I'm just playing, man. It's a dope family. We're real cool people, and you'll love to be with us, man, and we'll love to have you. Now, it is the worst part of the video, the part where I got to go to get some more. I got more subscriber content to get into, and I can't wait to check it out with my amazing family, okay? I love you guys and girls. Be safe, and I'll see y'all soon, man. Boip, boip. Laters.
Some vicious, rolling up in something new and taking all the bitches. How you get your car that tone? That shit is so prestigious. I would compliment your shit, but I would really mean it. Niggas hating on the kid, I guess it's cause I'm vicious. Rolling up in something new and taking all the bitches.